Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the Galaxy Megazord from Power Rangers Losy Galaxy. Sorry it's a bit tight space here at the beginning. Also, my typical retro review disclaimer, I apologize if I am missing any parts and or forgetting anything. I believe I am only missing 2 things that I know of, which I will mention when I get to them. But otherwise, this guy is fairly complete. But let's go ahead and just jump in. We got the 5 Zords here, the Wolf, Lion, Wildcat, Condor, and Gorilla Galactabeasts. Let's start with Wildcat, because I'm feeling frisky. Not really, I just feel like starting with it. We'll just take a quick look at them individually, and then we'll start the combined mode. To be honest, these Zords individually aren't really my absolute favorites. I think they're pretty basic looking. The Wildcat's not terrible. Both Wildcat and the Wolf are pretty basic. There's really not a whole lot to them. As you can see, they're just pretty basic with primary white here. You got some pink. I love how all the Pink Ranger Zords are like white for like the longest time. And then you just got the silver here. Pretty basic. You got this little tail here. Got the legs. It really doesn't do anything except sit there and be a cat. So pretty basic. It's not terrible looking or anything. You can't open its little mouth like this, which is neat, I suppose. It's an amazing feature, mouth opening. Then we got the wolf here, which is pretty much the same base mold as the cat because they're both going to be arms. Cat arms. I don't know what I'm saying. But it's also pretty basic. I feel like the cat actually looks a little bit better. I'm not sure why, but I mean color-wise, but it could just be me. But yeah, pretty same basic setup. You got this tail here, primary yellow color. You got silver there instead of pink. Got the silver color here. Here's its face. It can also open its mouth a little bit. So yeah, pretty basic setup there for these two. Then we got the lion here, which honestly I think is the weirdest looking lion Zord in Power Rangers. It looks like, oh excuse me, such a derpy lion. Like it's just got this really strange looking face. He's like, meh, and a face comes out of him when he opens his mouth. You can actually push that up there, so I won't do that, so you can't open it like that. But I don't know, there's just something really strange about him. But he's one of the larger ones of the set. He's a little heftier. His legs here do have die cast in them up here. You got the little gold chrome around here. He's pretty solid looking. It's kind of annoying having these little pieces sticking out here, but what can you do? Transformation. But yeah, he's just kind of a strange looking lion for me compared to like something like the Wild Force lion or I don't know, the lion from Jungle Fury, which isn't really Red Ranger lion, but still a very odd looking one for me. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. Anyway, I'll pull out a little bit, that's what she said, because these guys are a little bit bigger. We got the Gorilla Zord, which looks like he's wearing a bra. Kind of strange looking, but I do like the Gorilla Zord. You know, I'm kind of fond of gorillas, I suppose, I don't know. But he's pretty cool looking, I guess. He just, like all of them, they look a little strange, I don't know. There's just something about him. I feel like they're really blocky animals. But he's pretty neat. Like I said, it just kind of look like he's got a bra or a swimsuit on, and they're all die cast, and I feel weird when I go like this. But he's got these little arms here, which can go back and forth and whatnot, so you can get him in some gorilla poses, I suppose. Nothing else really poses. The arms definitely remind me of like the Shogun Zord or Mega V5, is it? Or Mega V1 Spaces arms, because of the way their mechanism works. Alright, and then here we have the Condor Zord, which is easily my favorite of the bunch. I just really dig his design. I think he looks the coolest. He's kind of got this sleek look going on. It looks pretty awesome like this. It's just got this really sleek, sort of pointed look to his face. It looks pretty cool. I like the colors. The green looks really good. You do kind of got these like comedically yellow feet. Like he looks like he ate Big Bird and then made shoes out of his feet. I don't know, that was violent. And then you got this die-cast metal piece here, and he separates from it because he can become a weapon, but you can kind of have him be more sleek bird, like, hey, if I just shed my legs, I can become a bird torpedo. But anyway, overall, I just really dig him. I'm not exactly sure why, I guess he's just my favorite design. You can move his legs a little bit here. You can move his feet too as well, mainly for transformation. And you can flap his wings a little bit. They pop out though, so that's part of the whole blast off thing. And he's like, brr, brr. So that's cool. Anyway, I'm getting weird, so let's go ahead and start this. So let's see how we want to do this. Let's start with Gorilla since he's the legs. It's pretty easy. What you're going to want to do is just take his whole chest and slide it down like that. And then you just take his arms and you fold them up into these compartments here that are on the side. Like that. And then just fold these down and you're pretty much ready for that. And then for Condor, we're actually going to have to kind of do some maneuvering. You're going to want to set his feet on top of here. There's little pegs that correspond. And set them on top of there. But then you're going to want to sort of bend him backwards for now so that you can get Lion on top of there, and then just sort of, you know, position his arms and his head so that he doesn't get in the way of anybody. Alright, for Lion it's pretty simple. First you're going to want to do is actually pull this off from the bottom. This is the little helmet horn piece that's stored on the bottom here, so just set it there. For his legs it's pretty simple. Fold these in, and then just you press in and fold, and it stays in there. It's actually a pretty nice little mechanism. I enjoy little mechanisms like that. And it's super easy to get him back out. You just like press out like that. So that's neat. Fold the tail in like that. Fold this guy's head up now, because you're going to be pressing this whole piece in. So it snaps like that. Fold his other legs in like this. And then you're going to want to take his head and sort of take this, separate the metal piece, and you're going to want to fold this so that this kind of folds back onto the metal piece. Like, it's always, for whatever reason, it's always tricky for me. I'm not sure why. But you're going to kind of want to, there you go, you want to fold this back in. So it always took me forever to figure out when I was younger. But just fold it back in so it sort of folds into the metal piece. And then you pull that down and you have his little face. And then here you'll see there's two little peg holes. And there's two little pegs right back here. And just snap them in like that. There you go. And then for the arms, it's very easy. Just fold these in. Fold these in. Whoops. Fold these in. There you go. And then just fold this to the side. Fold the arm in. You've got the peg hole there. Snap it on. White here, or I guess pink. Fold the tail in, fold these in, fold these in, and then just fold like that. Hole there. And then for the horns, you'll see there's just two little pegs on there, which is how they went on the holder, and you place it in here like really weird horned earmuffs. Now you might be thinking, Dawson, where are his fists? Well, I only have one of them. And they store here at the bottom of the gorilla. You can see there's a blank space here, and then here's where the actual fist is. But I don't know where it went. I did not get this on eBay or anything. I have had this one since I was little. Or I guess, I don't remember how old I was, but I was younger. And I actually remember getting it in the store. I just don't know where his fist is. Just pop it on there like that. Do the same for the other one. It just disappeared at some point, moving around displays. I'm sure it's somewhere. It could be in a storage box. Could have fallen behind a shelf. Who knows? But I do have it, just not here. But anyway, there's the Lost Galaxy Megazord. Overall, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the design. Like I said in the review of the individual guys, I've never been a huge fan of their individual designs. And the same thing for the Megazord. I don't absolutely hate it, but there's just something about it that never really completely clicked with me. I'm not sure what it is. It's still a pretty decent looking Megazord. This guy's pretty blocky. I mean, all of them are, but this guy in particular feels really big and blocky. But he's still pretty solid looking. It's kind of weird doing these retro reviews because it's like I'm reviewing it, but it's not as if there's an alternative. So I can't say like, this guy is pretty blocking looking. Go pick up the Legacy Collector's Edition Lost Galaxy Megazord, because that doesn't exist at this moment in time. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but if you're a fan of Lost Galaxy, I can probably recommend it. It's still a pretty solid shelf piece. I mean, it looks pretty decent. If you like the Megazord, it's big, it's impressive looking. If you like the design, it makes a good shelf piece. I just think it's kind of, you know, bulky, especially when you look at the suit and the show. It's a little more slim. So there's that. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the design, but if you are, I can see liking it. But overall, it's pretty solid if you want Lost Galaxy Megazord, but I just think it's kind of bulky, and I'm not a huge fan of the design. But anyway, that about wraps it up. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at WritersRangersRambles.com. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.